Hey guys, Neil Mercer. Now for today's video, I want to talk about my prediction and preview for the Arsenal versus Manchester United game in the next couple of days on January 1st. Also, we need to talk about where Arsenal are in the league. What does this mean for Arsenal leading up to the end of the season and the expectation? And then finally, I want to talk about my new series coming in January, especially with the January transfer window coming in. Please leave your comments below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already as well, which should be somewhere around here. Now, let's get started. So, we need to talk. Arsenal versus Manchester United. This is a big game coming up. With Arsenal getting a loss at Chelsea yesterday, a loss that, to be honest, I really didn't expect. It's one of these situations whereby we need to win. We need to win. And if there was going to be any game that I thought we could win, it would have been the game against Chelsea. Chelsea were a side who was going through a little bit of a bad run-in. Yes, they are capable of blowing teams away like what they did with Tottenham. But they were on a bad run of form, and I thought we could capitalize on that, and we did well initially. But now we're up against a little bit of a different kettle of fish in Manchester United. They're not the Manchester United of old, but I like to call them the Manchester United of coming up, because a year ago everybody was talking about Ollie's at the wheel, and the wheel started to come off near the end, and yeah, they started a bit rocky as this season started, but they've picked up games, they've picked up wins, and they've started to gel together. And when they've had holes in their squad, they've brought in one young player or two young players here and there, sprinkled with the experience and seasoned players that they have. And it's all worked out well. And you know what? Well done for what they're doing. But Arsenal need to find a way through. And here's how we do it. Here is how we beat Manchester United. Are you listening in right now? Do you have your ears open? Get ready, all viewers. How do we beat Manchester United? Simple. The same way how we played in the first half against Chelsea is the same way we go and beat Manchester United. I can tell you this right now. There is no way, if we play like how we did in the first half, defend as a team, tactically get it right. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one of the unsung heroes of this season, Callum Chambers, hopefully he'll be healthy and he'll be able to start. Hopefully Lucas Torreira, who I thought was brilliant yesterday, and I can't believe I'm going to say it again for the fourth time this season, Mesut Ozil, we get him on that pitch as well. The spine of our team starts to look really, really good. Really good. What else do we need from this game? We need to make sure that we are consistent with the gameplay. Not just the first half, like I talked about in my previous video, but we need to have that in the second half as well. And if we're not able to have that same level of consistency from the first half to the second half, then this is where Mr. Mikel Arteta comes into play. To the coach, to the manager of Arsenal Football Club, personally, I thought, you know what, for the most part, you did very well yesterday. I know there were other people that made comments, the likes of PW, P-W, I believe his name is, and Joseph Masenko, who did have, their opinions and did say that, maybe Arteta got it wrong. And I understand why they think that way. I personally, I do think that Arteta got it right for the most part, but I do think the one thing that I will agree with them on is that we needed to make those substitutions probably about 10 to 15 minutes earlier than we did. We continually apply that pressure. Give that Chelsea and now Manchester United defence something to think about. Because you know what? You look at the Manchester United defence and they have a very good defence. I would say that their defence is better than Chelsea's. So they're going to be hard to break down, hard to get through. And we need to make sure that our defence is also hard to break down and hard to get through. When they've got the likes of Harry Maguire, I believe they've got Lindelof there in defence, or Tsunzabi. Then they've got Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw there as well. In midfield, Paul Pogba is now back. And for me, is probably their greatest threat. Last season, he was their top goal scorer, top creator. And, I mean, whether Manchester United fans like it or not, he was your player of the season. And he's someone that is going to have an effect in that midfield. And we need to be able to boss the midfield like how we did yesterday against Chelsea. Again, in the first half, but throughout the whole 90 minutes against Manchester United. If we do that, we can completely nullify Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, he, as Manchester United fans probably know, he does have a bit of a lazy streak in him. He's physically capable of getting around the pitch just fine, but for 90 minutes he does start to slow down and he starts to drift more deeper, and that's something that we could capitalize on. There's no reason why we cannot put in a performance. And when we've got players like Aubameyang, like Lacazette in the squad, Mesut Bumberclaw Ozil, sorry troops, gotta say that one. And with returning players like Hector Bellerin and Gabriel Martinelli, there's no reason why we can't beat Manchester United on Monday. No reason why not. We are moving in the right direction, and that's what is needed. If we do that, I can literally see a 2-0 victory for Arsenal. Yes, I'm saying it. We're going to get a fucking clean sheet. 2-0 for the Arsenal. But if we don't, we are going to be in a situation whereby, and looking at the table, right now, as of today's date, the 30th of December, 2019, Arsenal sit 12th in the table. And I've got the full table here. And this is what I wanted to talk to you all in this game, in this video. We played 20 games. We are now at the halfway point of the season. 5 wins, 6 losses, 9 draws. Not good enough. We all know this. But when you start looking at why Arsenal are so bad, and looking at the table, and personally, I believe numbers don't lie, especially at the end of the season. And now is the perfect time to assess where Arsenal are and where they could potentially finish at the end of the season. So you have a situation whereby we've got 24 points. We've scored 26 goals. That's part of our problem right now. And we've conceded 30 goals. And when I mean 30 goals, I mean we have a defence whereby only we have a defence that is on par with Everton, Newcastle, who else? West Ham have 32, Aston Villa, who are 18s, on 36, Watford, who have conceded 33 goals. That is where Arsenal are right now. The only other team that is even somewhere close to us is Chelsea, who have conceded 28. So you could say that their defence is slightly better than ours. And when you rattle off all the teams that are around us with that type of goal conceding as a team, and we're only halfway towards the season, I mean, it's not good. I mean, we conceded 54 goals last season. So, to be really honest, our defence hasn't improved. It's probably about the same as it was last season. But for some reason, our attack is the problem. we need to do something. Yes, we got to do something in January, but look at where things are right now. 26 goals. Therein lying the problem. We have an attack whereby, and these are all the teams that are better than us. Liverpool, Leicester, Man City, Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham, Wolves. Yeah. So we got 7 teams above us who have a better attack than us. I mean, we are looking like a mid-table side. And this is what our problem is. Right now. This is what our problem is. We've got the 8th best attack in the league. And in terms of defense, let's see who. Let's really assess the defense. We've got Liverpool who've got a better defense than us on 14, Leicester on 19, Man City 23, Chelsea on 28, Manchester United on 23, Tottenham on 29, Wolves on 25, Sheffield United on 19, Crystal Palace on 22. Who else have we got? Brighton on 28, Bournemouth on 28, and that's it. That's 11 teams. 11 teams who have a better defense than Arsenal in the league. So we have the 8th best attack, and we've got the 12th best defense in the league. There you have it. That is why Arsenal aren't doing that well. And this is where we need to improve. And it is critical, absolutely critical, that we strengthen both parts. What does this mean for the future of certain players? Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil. All of those players still we need to sort out. But what I'll be doing and letting you guys know, which is a good segue onto what I'm planning for January, is that I will be doing day-by-day coverage. I call it my 30 days, 31 days for Arsenal transfer news. One video a day at least, where I'll be covering players that we're rumoured with, players that we should be going after, players that are leaving, and giving you my thoughts on that. So you're going to be getting daily content from me only in the month of January, where I'm talking about all of the transfer news, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that we do manage to get players that's going to benefit our club going forward. So guys, thank you again for watching the video. Leave your comments below on what you think on my prediction for the Manchester United game. I've got 2-0 written all over it. I know I'm being positive, but hey, I'm a positive Arsenal fan. This is what I try to do. That's what I want. Also, what do you think of where we are in the league? I've broken it down into you. We've got the 7th best attack and the 12th best defense. Well, no, we've got the 8th best attack and the 12th best defense, because there are 7 teams above us in terms of attack, and there are 11 teams better than us in terms of defense. What do you think? Leave your comments below. Like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Yes, it's somewhere around here. Please do. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.